Hello and welcome to episode 35 of our Ostriv Alpha 5.2 Let's Play. It is almost January of 1795, just about to turn over the year marker here. We have 1,817 people in our town. Last time we did a whole bunch of just kind of general expansion of infrastructure and housing. A little bit of decorating too. And today it's going to be probably a lot of the same, but we're going to make a little bit more effort in terms of detailing. Got some space up here that would be very nice to have some additional detail added, as well as a couple places over here that could be built out a little bit more, and lots more of these houses with the gardens. We have our nice little market area right here. Needs some more stuff done to it, and of course the eternally moving forestry. Probably the first thing we'll go ahead and set up is just moving this guy somewhere further this way. I think probably a smart idea would be to just kind of stick this more or less equidistant from the corner here. We'll rotate him to be facing that way. 7 trees, 3 trees here. Yeah, stick him where you can only remove 3 trees. And then, of course, we'll move this out of the way so we can keep putting more and more houses here. And then I think this will end up being a regular thoroughfare right here. We'll put some more fields on the other side with a new farm and some more houses over here. But of course, this forestry has to be fully emptied. Yeah, that's about the size of it. We've got a lot that we still need to get done to fully complete the map. This entire corner is up for the picking. I'm thinking it's going to be mostly farmland right around here. Should be about 1 farm's worth of fields to fill most of this space up. Might be shaped kind of weirdly. Then up here on the corner, I'm not entirely sure what we'll do with this. Could be more reforestation areas, some more orchards or hop fields or something else that can take up a decent amount of space like what we've done kind of over here. In fact, we've been ignoring these, so let's go ahead and just plant all of these in sequence. We got our 2 forestries right here. They'll make quick work of that, I'm sure. And we also have these areas down here that should be all planted. And they are set to allow cutting. They could use some friends too. These guys, I'm sure, are wanting to have something else to do. Let's make a quick check of all of our industrial stuff here real quick. Tailor's workshops are working. Weaver's workshops are working. We have somewhere over here got a shoemaker's, I think, unless these are all just tailors. It's been so long, I don't even remember what I put everywhere. I do know for a fact we have shoemakers over here. There we go. They don't have any leather for shoe production. Is this the only one in the whole? Wow, okay. So we need another shoemaker's workshop, definitely. We don't have any leather, and I suspect that's because we don't have enough cows to kill. We also don't want them dying of old age. We want to slaughter them before they die of old age. So let's make sure we don't have any super old cows. These are 13, 16. These are getting kind of old. So let's unprotect, say, all of these 16-year-old cows. Is that going to be this entire cowshed? Wow, that's a lot of, it's a lot of cows. Lots of cows. So I guess what we need to do is actually start rotating these guys out. So I'm actually going to move that cow in here and kind of kick off the process of getting rid of the older cows. There's only 19 in here right now. So by forcing that to be a younger cow that's also protected, the next time another cow gets put in, they will kill the oldest one and so on and so forth. There's only 17 here, so what are we, Wow, we're actually way under for a lot of these. I know that's because we keep sending them over to the bull shed. But let's see. Oh, we got some baby cows? Yeah. Let's put a couple of those in there. Let's just start clearing out some space. Yeah, I think that's fine. I just want to make sure that wasn't completely messed up. We also need to build another one of these cemeteries. But I don't think I want it to be a huge one like this. We just need to find a nice pocket of town that we could slip in Just a small cemetery. That won't be too crazy. I also don't want it to be too far out of the way because people do go visit these people that die. So it probably would be in our best interest to find somewhere kind of close to where everything's going on. Right here actually would not be a terrible place. We already have a little bit right here by the town hall. But this is kind of like where you would stick your founding members of the town. First 10 people to die. It's kind of like a memorial type of thing. So maybe we don't want to put it in that exact spot. This is more or less as full as it can be. I don't want to put another one over here. Although it's not impossible. It's not unreasonable for us to stick some more over here. I would just want to put in some more trees before that happens. So why don't we just go ahead and stick a couple trees here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, but it is nice to have stuff look reasonably good. And right here on the gate, we do have these, I think they're maples. But I'm going to go ahead and put some more cottonwood trees. Did that actually go in? No, it did not. Alright, so we'll stick that there. We'll stick another one here. Another one here, and then I hope I can fit one right here. Yes. There we go. So that should pretty much complete, except for right here where these graves are and we have the bushes. And that should complete this, and then I think just for right now we can put in a couple more burial plots. Just got to get these things to line up with the fence appropriately. Now we have the fine rotation by holding control. That's kind of hard to see in the... Oh, this is impossible with all the white. So do I want to just copy... Actually, that's pretty close, but I'm going to clone this guy, rotate him 180 degrees. And we'll just start sticking this in here. Unless this isn't straight, in which case that's going to be hilarious. I went to all this effort and it's not straight. Well, I mean, it's lined up to the church, so close enough. That's fine. Yeah, we just have way too many people dying and not being buried. Yes, we are going to have to stagger these a little bit. It's not entirely perfectly lined up. But that's fine. We had this many people waiting to be buried. Are you serious? Wow, that's something else. You got to be joking. I put down like 20 of these. Well, that's enough of that. Let's keep going here. Just follow the line over and over and over and over, and oh my god, all these people actually still need to be buried. Wow. What's always really fun when you do this is you click on the very first one you put down in a session and you see how many years ago they actually died, because it's been a while since we've actually put any of these in. Wow, I cannot believe all of these are still being filled in. Man, that is wild. Unbelievable. No, it's going to be really funny when I find out that these are actually off kilter. And I've just put in a ton of non-perfectly aligned gravestones. Wow. Can you believe every single one of these was waiting? I don't believe it. That was how many? Let's just take a moment here. Okay, this person died in 1791, so 4 years. Had her body on ice or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is like almost 40 grave sites. Oh, man. All right, so that is... Ugh, that is proper full, I guess we could say. wanted to be British about it. Come on. Still? Alright. I think we're finally at the end. Alright, and that's going to be, this next one's going to be the last one I put there, and we'll just have to keep coming on this way. Man, that is a lot. It's a lot of dead people. Lot of dead people. I mean, that's what happens when town gets older. Is you have a lot of people, you get a lot of death. That's why I really wish they would put in some sort of like a family burial system. I don't even know if that's feasible, but you could have a family, like a mausoleum or something in a in like a graveyard where you could just have a building or a big cluster and everyone from that family would be buried there. I think that would be very convenient. I don't know about historically accurate because that's not something I've looked up, but it sure would be nice. Okay, and I can't put anything else there, so I think we can consider that to be finished. I know, absolutely riveting content in the first 13, 14 minutes of an episode. But how are we... Yeah, they're still cutting trees down for this. That's going to be a while. In the meantime, before we have our spring thaw, let's check and see what our grown resources are looking like. We still have plenty of barley. We have plenty of... Well, we still have some fish. I wouldn't say it's plenty. Flax, we have 75,000. We are so good on flax. Let's see, linseed, we've got, well, some, which I guess counts. That's good. Potatoes, we have 7,000. Got buckwheat, I somehow missed before. Sunflower, we have still some. And wheat. So we're actually good on farms. I think we don't need to build any more farms for a while, but we definitely could stand to build more of these houses with gardens so people can contribute different goods. Like right here, everything is being bought except carrots for some reason. But we can go ahead and kind of finish this up a little bit since we were spending some time here last time around. Was this fence number 1? Place is occupied by what? Okay, by that we're going to have to... This just wants to magnetize in the worst possible way. Very irritating how it doesn't want to play nice here. Well, not much we can do about that. Let's just move this as close as we can. There we go. And then come up here about as straight as we can. Not that it really matters, right? Just have that like so, and then I think we can take our other small arch here, kind of line it up a little bit, make 2 entrances, but not so that they can just use this as a cut through. This might actually be able to rotate a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it. So that, fingers in the wrong key again. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. I think that'll work fine. This isn't wanting to merge right. That's very strange. It wants to have this be a completely separate deal. That's very weird. Well, that's okay. We'll just connect up right here. And that looks like it's going to be A-okay. Now, I didn't leave space on the side for more market stalls because I didn't think we're going to need them. Right there, I think we'd much be better served having this just be kind of open. We can put additional market stalls up here, because we do have a couple slots left. Yeah, but they're not filling up very fast. Everything else is pretty much already taken care of, it looks like. Yeah, so we'll just leave that open. I always want to do this for market. Got ruined by the other games that do that. That's fine. Now let's see, if I put this here... I put this here, can I fit a third? Oh, I can, this is so perfect. Beautiful. Let's just stick that right in the middle. And now we have extra stalls for if we need them. We have our small granary right here. Probably could stand to have another one, or even just a regular granary. If we put this guy in place, we already have this guy sitting there like that. So maybe we want to have... I don't know, maybe we just want to demolish this and build a regular one in its place. Because I didn't do a very good job of planning this out, did I? Because it's not really a lot of room. I could easily just stick this here and just say, oh, well, there's 2 different granaries here for absolutely no reason. I don't think people are going to care anyway. But our little well behind there is probably okay to stay. I just want to make sure this is kind of lined up with the fence. And it kind of is, so that fine-tuned tool is quite useful. Let's stick that there. That's fine. Leave a little bit of space here. Not really that big of a deal. One thing we don't have in here, however, is benches. So we could very easily just place a couple in front of our buildings here. Just to give people a place to sit down, relax. There we go. There's 2 of them right there will be fine. I'll put a couple more outside here, out the front. Just line them up nicely with the fence. Because you know people love to just have somewhere to sit. It's like people's favorite hobby is sitting. Well, here maybe. Alright, so we've got that. We've got 4 benches out front. They're kind of weird tilted, but that's fine. 2 more in here. And, by popular request, how about some birdhouses? Because that's what people want to sit right next to a birdhouse, right? We'll stick one right here in the middle. And then around it, put some nice bushes. We have lilacs, rose bushes, maybe. Just on either side, and then just kind of generally fill in with a couple others. Yeah, so that's fine. A little bit of basic decoration. I'm not very good at that, but it's nice to try still. Now we are very close. Just have 1 tree left before we have to start building that other forestry. Then we can move this guy out of the way and start the process of putting another farm here. Although, to be honest, we don't really need any more crops at this exact point in time. We still do want to reserve the space, so we'll just have to remember not to build anything here. Not like we can. It's kind of steeply sloped. And we might want to think about putting another one of these bridges in, although I don't know that we'd be able to with how these houses have been placed in here. These are already in pretty decent locations, and they will still be able to walk this way. But if we wanted to... Nope, not pavement, come on. If we wanted to do that, would it even be worth... Because it already says too low. So I could put another bridge here. How bad is that gonna look? Oh, okay, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. We could pretty easily do that. Move it back a little bit further even. Have this come out to about here. That is kind of ridiculous though, isn't it? I don't know. It's very low, I'll tell you that, but the fishing boats don't seem to care. So we will get that done. We'll have a little bit easier access to this little walkway here. That's fine. They got enough to worry about already. We could even maybe put another one here, but I don't think we have to. I don't think we have to worry about it. Now, in real life, they would not build a bridge across the widest part of the river at a weird angle. But this isn't real life. It's a game, so we can do what we want. We can have a good time doing it. That's why you do this, right? Now, all this is looking pretty good. This area is sorely in need of something in the middle. We already have a cart shed. We already have 2 granaries. We already have a warehouse for firewood. And we got plenty of market stalls. I think they're all selling something. Yeah, we actually don't have any extra room. So why don't we put in... Actually, I'll just copy this. Why don't we just start putting in a couple more market stalls, see if we can actually fill these up. Like, is this actually going to hold anything else? Okay, good. Yeah, we can have this just be extra. There's plenty of room in the middle here to put in something like, say, for example, some gazebos. I don't think a patron monument would work super well here. A chapel would be not private enough. But a gazebo would probably be a pretty good choice, even if it's just kind of right in the middle here. To kind of move traffic around, we could put some fences around. Of course, you know, we got to put benches around the gazebo. But the gazebo has seats. You're defeating the purpose of the gazebo. No, it's fine. People seem to be really, really adamant about not putting benches near gazebos. But I don't care. It looks nice. And of course, bushes for decoration, as we always do. That'll be nice to have there. And then we have our fence on this is actually the much nicer fence. So we can extend that kind of around this area. But remember, we do have our exit for our cart shed. So we don't want to be too crazy. We just want something that's going to kind of, you know, isolate our gazebo area just a little bit. So if we come out to maybe about here, see if that is far enough from our benches. It's probably good. And we'll just do the same thing on this side. Just on 3 sides. That looks decent. So I have it just come right out to about here. Ah, see, that does look kind of rough, doesn't it? All right, let's redraw this then. Does need to come out a little bit more. So then that can come out to about here. Now that's far from perfect, but, you know, it works. Put some trees in the corner. I do like the maple trees. I think they're very nice corner trees. Give these guys something to do. Oh, come on. There we go. Yes, we are still on 1 time speed, I understand. 25 minutes in. But we'll be going very, very fast sometime soon, if you catch my drift. It's time-lapse season, as it always is, later on in these playthroughs. Because there's only so much you can show before people get really bored. So that's a good way to fill up some space there. It's not the best, most beautiful thing ever, but it's something. And I think we're far enough away from the town proper where we probably would not have pavement here. So I'm not going to attempt to put in pavement where it's not necessary. But I do think we can put in, if we have room up here. I think I left just enough room. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not, actually. We might be just a tiny bit too occupied here for a well, unless I can rotate this just perfectly. Aha, there we go. I knew it would fit. I knew it would fit. Now, can I do the same thing over here? Maybe. Right outside the warehouse, huh? Let's try it. All right, I think, yeah, there's a spot right here. Let's move it back just a little bit. Right there will be fine, and then put in some nice lilac bushes here. There we go. Well, that's something for these guys to do. Now, we can't really build any more houses over here. Well, I mean, we can. But this forestry needs to go bye-bye. We just need them to build this. I was kind of hoping they'd have that done before we start our little time lapse here. So let's kick it into high speed while we start queuing these guys up. And you know, we're going to put more houses with gardens in. That's what we do. Just all the way along. course, they're going to want to get their trees out of here. And that's just about as far as we can go. We'll stick that guy there. Of course, this forestry is in the way of everything else. So hopefully they can get these trees out of here before too long. Because I don't think we're going to be reasonably able to get anything else done here. But since we do have the market right here, we do have the room to keep expanding these guys out that way. This forestry is almost done, so we'll transfer everything over. But let's see, can we sell anything to these people? We've got clothes. We don't have a ton, but we do have enough. Not 40,000 clothes. I want to sell 4,000. Not textile. Come on. Horse tack. We actually don't have any in storage, so let's not sell any of that. Sunflower oil, we can go ahead and do that. Lime, we have 8,000, so I'm only going to buy... I'll buy 2,000 lime. Because we are going to want to build some more row houses in stone. Yes. Excellent. Can I get away with buying 14,000 stone? I think I can get a lot more than that. Can I get 20,000? I should have enough money to do that, right? So if I'm getting 1,700, I already have 1,700 I spent. Yeah, that's fine. We need to build some more stone storage. That is for sure. Because I think we only have a couple. Now, the frame rate is definitely suffering. How much available space do we have? We have? Really? Only these two? Alright, alright, let's go back down to 1x speed. Of course, the game wants to think. Stone storage. Let's find a good spot. Because we don't have any storage over here. And I think this is an area where we're going to have a lot more growth. So I want to say it would be in our best interest to have a couple over here. So let's go ahead and just put in, just right here, let's put in 2 stone storages. Of course, it's not going to let us pick which one goes where, but we'll bump these up to the front of the line. Let them work on that while we get these guys going. Now, do we have any of these forestries making bark? Okay, we have one. Just the one, huh? Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's hire some people here. Fire these guys. And make the building empty. Save the firewood, and then we'll kill the logs, because, well, let's face it, we have a ton of wood. We don't really need to worry about it. Deconstruct this guy, and then we can, is it better to build the farm first, or is it better to build the houses? Something tells me it's probably better to build the farm first, but we don't have the farm. We have too many trees in the way, so we're probably just going to build some houses here. Once these are all emptied out, and that's going to take them probably a good while to do. We don't have any real hauling services available here, except for all the way over here we have a wagon shed that is currently having most of their wagons in use. We have, of course, a cart shed over here. And it looks like they're in use too, all of them. So we probably could stand to put in a ton more of those. That's actually something we could have put in here, was a cart parking. Didn't even think about that. Probably would have been a smarter thing to do, honestly. But that is okay, I guess. Go ahead and speed up a little bit. And to see if they are able to take care of all this in time. We are going to start the time-lapse soon. I just want to get a couple more houses put down. And see if I can have these collect the stone before our trading post is completely compromised by having way too much stone in it. So we're definitely going to need it. And having it close is going to be a super, super helpful thing. Look at these guys sitting down on our little benches. Love to see that. All right. Look at these guys selling. We have so much for Wilko. We have wool. We only have 14 wool. Seriously? I guess. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. They're about to shear the sheep. Iron-wise, iron ore, of course, we're infinite. Buckwheat, we still have some left over, which is very impressive. Very happy about that. Okay, good, this defaults to stone. That is exactly what we wanted to see. So now we have storage for another 20,000 right here, and that is fantastic. The game's thinking hard. Please do not crash on me. I know it's difficult, but you can persevere. Oh, look at that. Giant white lines of death going all the way out to the entire other side. Oh, wow, look at this. So I guess it's these two guys. There we go. All right. So that's going to be annoying to look at for the next, I don't know, 45 minutes while I have this time-lapse run. But that is storage for the granary. Yep. Okay, so this is all done. Let's just destroy resources and demolish this. Move that to the very front. You better not be building that while I'm not time-lapsing. Okay, we already have that there. So when that gets demolished, I think we'll leave this space about that wide. And then try to make some more of these bigger houses. I think we can start turning that way too, but I'm gonna have to be careful about the total field width. It's gonna be an interesting problem to solve, because I do like to have maximum size fields, but there is gonna come to a point when that's not really feasible. Not really feasible anymore. I love how they just pull the stuff up out of the ground. It's like you wake up in the morning, you're eating your breakfast, you ask your wife, it's like, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm gonna this, that, and the other. It's like, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm gonna go yank this 8-foot tall giant tree trunk out of the ground with my bare hands. Okay, sounds great. Dinner's at 6. Just think about it. Just think about like the life these people must lead. And of course I say that, and then none of them are here to actually come rip these things out of the ground. Come on, man. Come on. I got stuff to do. But this absolutely has to look at him go. Just picks it up. It's just Tuesday. Totally normal. Alright, so there those guys go. Let's pause real quick. Empty these things out. Hopefully they can grab those sooner rather than later, because I really want to get that down before anything else. I guess we could just watch them build this in the meantime. The white lines are quite irritating, aren't they? Yeah, that's still sitting there. It's going to take them a while to get to, I'm pretty sure. We'll see what those guys want in a second. But it is nice to have this fully set up before a time-lapse begins, so you don't have to worry about it. And there they go. Spy from locals. There we go. Oh, performing calculations once again. A very common theme here. Alright, so if I have that set like that, should help. We'll copy-paste all of these and all of these. So that should be good to go. Alright, now this is almost... Yeah, load all that up. Get that out of here. Let's actually just pause all these, so I don't have to stress out about it. I do want to get this set up before we dedicate all of our time to it. Okay, so that is all good to go. I'm going to unpause these. We'll just leave the game paused, unpause when we're done. Okay, so village house. I believe I can have this rotated a tiny bit more. We'll start that there. I like the idea of using all these cottonwood trees as barriers here. I think that is quite nice. So what we'll do is we'll start. Oh, of course, the place is occupied by the log. Come get this log. Get this out of here. Come on, man. Come on. Go get your partner. Come get this log. I can't sit here all day. They're really going to make me sit here all day, aren't they? Come on. Come on. I know you're over here. Can I click this while I'm... There we go. Alright, I'm glad I don't have to unselect this. Come on. At least let me place this one of the logs in this spot. That's annoying. That's exactly where I want to be. Come get your log. I know you two are over here somewhere. Come on. Come on. You can't be serious. Not one of you is one of the foresters that's going to come get the log, huh? That's how we're going to play this game. You cut down the log, come get it. What is so complicated about that? I do not understand. Oh, are these people coming from all the way over there? Look how far away they're carrying that thing. Oh, now we got somebody moving out. Okay, alright, hold on. Sheesh. Alright, so that's too long. Let's get that maximum length. Drag that out the same. Up that guy in there. Now, why are people moving out? I didn't even get to click it, because it disappeared too fast. But if people are moving out, I imagine it's probably due to no shoes, would be my guess. Alright, so let's keep the game paused. But that house there, and these two together would be nice. I can't really build anything else until these trees are gone, so leave that alone. But we need to have more shoes. More shoes built. We already have this area here set up for tailors and weavers. But we could very easily... Where's our tannery? Is this the one that's making out of leather? Yes. So let's put in... Where's the shoemaker's workshop? Let's put in one of these, or a couple of these, rather, over here since we have the space for it. Guess we could have this angled kind of like that. Just make two of these shoemakers. I guess we can move these over here. Or maybe not, because that's all kind of in the same area. So we'll have these two shoemakers right here. We have storage for bricks. We have storage for flax, salt, lime, cowhides, and bark. We probably should have one for leather. Probably don't need to have 10,000 flax here because we are going to start using more of that. So let's change that to 5,000. And then where's the leather? Is that because I don't have any leather? Yeah. We'll change that to 5,000. And then, because they can just store that right out of here as soon as they finish tanning. I guess they need more bark, which means we probably should make sure that our forester over here is making bark. So we just turn that on. Shouldn't be any problem whatsoever getting that done. So that's going to help having those two there and having that storage. I've said for a very long time I wanted to move this smithy somewhere else. I have to just decide where that is, and then that construction office needs to go too. But it needs to be replaced. And I need to find somewhere for that to go. So I think it probably would be better served... I mean, it's not like it really matters to have the location of that in a specific spot anyway. But it probably would not be a bad idea to have it over in maybe this general area over here, kind of behind the brickworks. So we can go ahead and find a spot for this guy, maybe right around here. Construction office. And then just kind of fitting with the theme. We do have the brickworks here. It does kind of match up with the construction office and the carpentry. We can put in a little bit more storage for stone, just right next door. And then we already have storage here for all the different things. Actually, none of this is really relevant. Thatch, charcoal, metal parts, and nails. We do have the smithy right here. Oh, this is already construction materials. Firewood, wood, and brick. That's probably fine right there. Then the construction office being right there is going to be nice as well. All right, that seems like that's a pretty smart idea. How are we doing on our horse breeding? Okay, these are not quite old enough to be draft horses yet. We do have a couple of wagon shed spots that aren't filled. Yeah, see right here we had I guess a horse die of old age or something. That's probably what it was. So just so we have that extra capacity, I am going to go ahead and turn the oldest male horse, because they can still reproduce at 1 year, I'm pretty sure. Oldest male horse and one of these female horses turned into draft horses so we can have those spots occupied. It's very important to have the logistics taken care of. And then let's try to find a spot to put in another cart shed. Maybe not right here, because we do have the wagon shed right there, and we do have a cart shed right there. But there's, I'm sure, a couple spots that could really use one. Like we have the wagon shed here. We don't have a cart shed. So it is, I think, helpful to have both of those available. So if we're able to put this guy maybe right here kind of behind these row houses. Leave a little bit of space. And probably want to leave that open right there. We could extend the road a little bit. If we leave that set right there, we could also put cart parking on the side, because then regular citizens can use those carts. Some nice extra storage there. And then if this is going to be a popular area, let's make sure we can, yeah, we can just pave this, no problem. That'll be easy. Kind of make this area a little bit more, more built up, I guess. Start off on this side. Build out to the edge here. That'll be nice. We'll just have this go all the way around the back. If it lets me. Oh, it actually will. Okay, cool. So that being said, let's go ahead and have this come all the way out here. Kind of match up with that. Occupied how? Okay, what if I go... Oh, nope, nope. That's not going to work. So I wonder what it is about not coming out any further than that. I guess we just come out to here. That's fine. Place is occupied. Not going to let me... Really not going to let me come out this way? What if we start here? There we go. I don't know, there's some weird idiosyncrasies to how you have to put stuff down in this game. But it ends up working out fine in the end. So we have our cart shed. We have our pavements all the way around. And then, I guess this doesn't really have to be filled in anymore, but having this set up is going to be nice. We could maybe put a fence here, or figure out some other decorative purpose to have stuff set up the way it is back here, but I think for right now this is fine. Unless we wanted to put something on the back side of the cart shed, but I don't think we really need to worry about it. So that'll be nice to have there. We're setting up for a very long time lapse, in case you hadn't remembered that. We have right now still a ton of open vacancies, so we do need more housing, and not just what we have here with the village houses. We're going to need, of course, to put in some magnificent 3-story row houses somewhere. And there's not really enough going on over here for me to feel comfortable building too many more row houses, but I think this area over here is going to be a really nice spot to start building some stuff in the future. And I think, based off of our stored resources here in May at the very end of the cycle of orchard products, we don't have anything left. So I know we can have more. I just don't know if any of it is spoiling to a terrible degree. Yeah, okay, 2,000 apples spoiled. That was probably in export, because we didn't export those. But apricots are not going bad, because we're... Wait. Oh, we haven't produced anything. So I wonder... I wish I could look at last year's stats. I guess we won't ever have any idea, huh? Cherries... I mean... I hate to, Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so perished apples seems to happen kind of to a little bit every year. Apricots. Okay, we're wasting a lot of apricots. Maybe we don't need to make any more orchards for right now. but we are selling a decent number. We need to be selling more for sure. Cherries. Huh. So we're wasting about half as many as we're selling. Yeah, so I don't think we need to have any more orchards right now. But I do want to keep this space kind of open. And keeping in mind that we have 3 years before these actually start producing, maybe we do want to have more orchards just so we don't have to wait when we do need them later. So to that end, let's see. Can I get these to play nice here? Okay, that's already too long. Let's make it a little shorter. And occupied by what? What is occupied here? Because now, oh, it bound to the wrong part. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now that seems to be okay. Let's build that thing there. We'll just build another 3, because that's what space we have, right? I guess I do have to worry about them not lining up correctly. Won't be that bad. Alright, so that is going to work out there. And then we'll put one more here. Yeah, don't worry. By the time we actually get around to this, it's probably going to be next summer anyway. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. They'll have plenty of time to get these trees out of here. Uneven terrain, too long. Yeah, this is already kind of a mess, isn't it? So I think that's about the fullest extent of where it can go. Now I can put the house back here. I can put it in the corner. I'll just put it close to the front. Need to remove 11 trees. So that's going to take quite some time. But we can come over here and we can kind of create a little... why don't we start with the corner piece? Corner row house, have that set up nicely like so. I think we can uneven terrain, huh? Okay, maybe we can't do any row houses over here. I think the corner row house is probably the least forgiving in terms of how stuff is set up. So why don't we line this up with this farm area. There we go. Maybe that has to be closer. No, what am I sitting here doing this for? Oh, you said it wasn't going to be a 4-hour video, and here we are. Okay. 3-story row house. Just conform the corners real quick. I guess we don't have to make it long. We could always make it shorter if we wanted to. Or just make the geometry weird enough to be interesting. Uneven terrain. Still, after all we've been through, that's your answer to this, is uneven terrain? Oh, but now it's not uneven terrain. Alright, so let's abandon our dreams of putting row houses in this exact spot. I don't think that's gonna work after all that effort. Yes, I know. The Saltworks is kind of precariously perched anyway. Did I put the bushes around the corner of this, or is that part of the... I must have done that to... Oh, I was probably trying to hide the mess here. Alright, so we've successfully wasted at least 5 minutes trying to do that. But I do want to put in some row houses. I gotta find a spot. Now here's not a good place because we have all this dairy stuff going on. We already said this was probably out of the question, but I do think it would be kind of fun to have a corner one to cap this off. So let's match this up. And it's funny how steep the difference is here. It's kind of severe, actually. Let's put that there. And what about having back-to-back corners? Does that seem like an interesting idea? I think it does. So if we put this here, it actually doesn't look bad. Just have this kind of back up all the way here. Yeah, let's do that. Two corners right here. We will need to have some more wells. See if this actually is even going to let me place any of these here. Somehow I doubt it. Of course, this is going to be low quality water until we get sufficiently far up the hill. So what if we were to just right outside here put in a well or two, fine-tune rotation right here. Just two of those right there. Alright, so that is quite the building queue. Got a big bridge. We got some improvements up here in this area. Got some wells in this area. We've got two houses. We got shoemakers' workshops. We got a construction office. And then we have to, well, we don't have to remove the construction office yet until after we build all this. It might make it go a little faster. And then all this fun stuff, some orchards, one that needs trees removed. They'll get to that while we're working on the rest of this. A couple of row houses and a stone well. But first up, everybody's favorite, a nice, long, stupid bridge that we can watch them build. So let's go ahead and hit that 12 times speed button, hit that time-lapse button, and we'll see you on the other side. Alright, so that's done, finally, after all that. And we got a lot of stuff built. I think we can feel really good about that. It's going to be interesting to see if we actually have the demand for all of this stuff we're planting here. Because the orchard workers, of course, haven't been hired yet. It's just the beginning of the orchard season. And everyone is going to be planting stuff for farming anyway, so that's not going to get underway for quite some time. And pretty soon, we're going to have to start getting trees out of here so we can do farming stuff. But for right now, this is all looking pretty nice. Everything is looking quite good. We can just continually check and make sure we can't put anything else in here. I think we're probably okay. I think this is going to turn out pretty nice with this gazebo in the middle. Come back to that later. There is one other area I wanted to do something with before we said goodbye today, and that was right here. Get out at 12 times speed. I wanted to put in another little fenced-in area, kind of like how we have over here. We got this kind of partitioned off. I like the idea of like an outdoor dining area for the little tavern. I know that's probably not super historically accurate, but I think it's an interesting idea nonetheless. So let's have this fence actually go all the way around. About as best we can. And we'll have this match up pretty evenly here. If I can even get it to... Oh, there already was a fence there. Good. So now that is all fully contained. And we don't have any tables or anything that we can put here. But we do have benches. We got little gazebos and stuff. So I think a regular gazebo kind of sat right here in the corner would be pretty nice. Although I do want to put some trees. Let's put trees in. Are these maples? Of course they are. That's all I ever put here. So we'll just plant these as close as we can. Oh, it is much harder that you actually have the tree's branches in the way. Too close to another tree, too close to another tree. Now I gotta be careful here in the corner. So I'm not gonna have enough room to put in two more trees, or am I? I might actually. Ho, 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 ho. That is what I'm talking about. So we'll leave those trees there. And then I think right around here we can stick in a couple of benches. Just like so. Oh, is it not going to let me put any more? These actually are too close. Oh, sorry. You're sitting on that? Oh, she got up before it demolished. That's so cool. That's such a nice detail. Most people would probably never notice. All right, let's get this as close as we can here. Is there a reason I can't get any closer than that? I think I can fit one more. I sure can. I just need to get a little bit further away from... There we go. We got 3 there. I kind of wonder, what's the smallest paved area I can put in just right in front of these? Is it going to let me get away with this, first of all? Too short, too short, too short. Too short. Too short. There we go. Alright, so if I put those stone things there... it's going to be hard to see until all the stone is in place, but I guess I could just kind of stick with this. Come on. There we go. Just a couple rows right there. I wish I had like a table asset I could stick in here. But we can always just put in another row here. Why not? Just a whole bunch of benches right outside the tavern. People just sit here to chill. Do the same thing again. I don't know, this might look dumb, but what do I care? We're having a good time. Alright, now can I do... Yes. A little bit more there, and then I think... If I've done this correctly, I can have this pretty much exactly where I want it. There we go. Now, I'm really hoping it lets me put this other bench here without taking the tree out. Yes, it's going to. Cool. So, I don't know, just pretend there's a big, long outside table sitting here. And people can just come in and do whatever they want. So that is, well, that's something. It's an improvement to put some stuff there. Then I think we can stand to put some other trees here also. I'll just put these right like so, just all the way down. And then we'll put a fence behind them. Kind of create a little bit of shade over here. And then of course, right here are these charcoal piles that might be a little close for a tree. We'll leave this kind of open, but I did want to have a little bit more of a friendly kind of space over here. Occupied by what? Oh, is it saying it's too close to the tree? Is that what this is about? I don't want this to connect. There we go. Alright, so if I did that... Oh, that's going to be right in the way of the tree, isn't it? Well, we'll leave that alone then. Alright, so what that does is that kind of partitions this area just a little more. Kind of gives the tavern its own little space. We already have this fence and these bushes here. We got trees here. We'll have trees here. Kind of nicely finishes off a lot of this. We could have put an arch here, but yeah, I think we're fine. Alright, so that is going to be pretty much it. Can't think of anything else at this exact moment that we desperately need to get done, short of just have more people. We still have 150 open vacancies. It's one of those things that probably is never going to get that much better. I think I like this double corner here, kind of like a little wrap at the end. I don't think we have room here to do the same thing. I mean, maybe if we got rid of that weaver's workshop, but I don't think we want to do that. And our shoemaker's workshops are waiting for leather. Our tanneries are all tanning until June. So we'll have to remember next time to start slaughtering some more cows, or making more cows available to be slaughtered because they need to have the hides. Now I have noticed we had a couple of cows die of old age, so I'm gonna unprotect any cow over the age of, say, 10. Yeah, that's probably the smart way to do it. Because I know they can live to be significantly older than that, but it starts to get a little dicey the longer you go. So we'll just unprotect at 10 and reprotect when they're a little, well, they're not infants because they're cows. You get the idea. Do have to be on the lookout for all these new bulls coming in, so those don't pose issues. And I think we can manage just fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, alright, and that's it. I guess we can watch them build these last couple of little stone areas here while we say goodbye. But yeah, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. You have so many things you could be doing with your day that aren't watching over an hour of me playing this game 35 episodes deep into a Let's Play, but you chose to anyway, and I'm very thankful for that. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And again, just really thankful that you're here. And of course, always, big thanks to the beard boosters who make these videos possible by giving a little bit of money every month to just kind of help support me and take care of some other exciting future goals I got for the channel, whether that's just acquiring games, upgrading equipment, or giving me more time to actually do this, taking away time from other things I'm doing in my life that are requiring me to make money, all that fun stuff. But if you want to be a part of that, there's information in the description. Of course, you're never, ever obligated. I'm glad that you're here, even if you don't subscribe, and even if this is the only video you ever watch. I'm thankful for you. Glad you're here, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing. Have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.